I know some guys who worked personally with Clive Davis, and they had to leave him before they hurt him.
Davis, sex trafficking with Diddy.
He deserves to go to hell for life.
Bisexuality, having turned to it to learn to see what people's reactions were, it was frankly intimidating in the sense that the adage is true.
Bad Boy Records has been a staple in the history of the hip-hop industry, but now an ex-bodyguard has come out with alarming charges against the label's most famous artist, P. Diddy. He claims that Diddy paid for his label with sexual favors from Clive Davis. This startling assertion has caused widespread consternation in the music business, and many are now questioning whether or not it is true. How else did Diddy's former bodyguard shed light on his tumultuous rise to fame? What is it? The artists signed to Diddy's Bad Boy Records include the notorious B.I.G. and Usher, and he has achieved great success as a music producer and label owner. How, though, Diddy managed to become so successful so quickly? Singer Jaguar Wright provides insight into Diddy's influence and fortune.
Be moving niggas around, but he got that catalog. And he's been making money off of it, and it bought that big old mansion down the street from Rape Central.
When questioned about the friendship between Diddy and Clive Davis, Jaguar and Gene Deal came up to share the key to Bad Boy's success.
Diddy and Clive Davis, have they ever had anything past business energy around them? I almost wonder well, damn, they ever have anything sexual?
Honestly, Jane's reply will leave you speechless.
I know some guys who worked personally with Clive Davis, and they had to leave him before they hurt him.
Diddy's tight friendship with music industry mogul Clive Davis has been credited as a major factor in his meteoric climb to fame at the tender age of 23. While Clive Davis was once known for his groundbreaking music productions, he is now more often discussed for his sexuality and private life. Clive's first 2 marriages ended in divorce, so he decided to look into his feelings for men.
I opened up myself after the failure of my second marriage, never having had anything with a man, to see, could I be attracted to the person and not the gender?
This introspection led him to the conclusion that he wasn't as straight as he'd been pretending to be for the past half-century.
Person and not the gender. And I did find that I could be attracted to a man, while I still am very attracted to a woman.
With this insight, Clive knew it was time for him to commit to a romantic relationship with a guy.
In 1990, he entered into a monogamous relationship with an unnamed male doctor. That relationship ended in 2004.
Clive claims he is not and never has been ashamed of his attraction to males. Never once did I feel unworthy. My mind was boggled. There has to be a lot more dialogue on bisexuality. It's a real category after all. A monogamous relationship with a man followed, and it is still going strong to this day. There has been widespread conjecture for years that this mysterious man is, in fact, P. Diddy.
P. Diddy, known as Puff Daddy, known as Sean Combs. Allegedly in 1994, Sean Combs requested doing sexual favors for Clive Davis so that Bad Boy Records could be what it is.
The origins of Diddy's successful music career have been the subject of speculation for years, but new information suggests that Clive financed Bad Boy in exchange for sex with Diddy. Now that you know Diddy admitted to using sexual favors to keep Bad Boy recordings successful, you can see why these rumors were once believed to be true. There are also rumors floating around as to how Diddy's record label became so successful. For decades, people have talked about how Diddy got his 1994 deal by being on his knees for Clive Davis. Clive has said that he does have a companion that goes to events and travels with him, but he has been cagey about who this person is. It is notable, though, that Diddy frequently attends events alongside Clive.
If you pay attention to a lot of pictures, especially with Clive and Diddy, Diddy is in a lot of places that Clive is in.
While attendance at the same events might not constitute proof of sexual orientation, the fact that Clive and Diddy are close friends and frequently attend the same events together speaks volumes.
They've been close for a number of years. Diddy first came around him in the early 90s, right around the time to when he entered another relationship with an unnamed male.
For a long time, there have been whispers that Diddy and Clive may be romantically engaged due to their strong friendship. Neither Clive, who is out as gay and in a committed relationship, nor Diddy have commented on the reports. Clive's transparency regarding his sexuality and relationships gives credence to these claims. When Diddy was only 23 years old, he met Clive for the first time, and the music industry legend was immediately impressed by Diddy's vision for hip-hop. Clive wanted to sign a musician who could reach regular people, and he found it in Diddy. Puffy was 23 years old, and I knew the artists that I had, Aretha, Dion, Whitney, was one kind of music. Davis says, "My face ushered in blue-collared R&B at its height, but sensing the hip-hop revolution, Both Ella Reed and I agreed that we could use someone really attuned to the street. You gotta know what you can do for yourself, and you gotta know when you need to look to other people. Diddy used to be Andre Harrell's assistant at Uptown Records, but after he met Clive Davis, everything changed rapidly. According to Clive's recollection, he was able to persuade him with his words. When I met with Puffy, he articulated that hip-hop should be part of the top 40 mainstream, and that the business would change in the future. And I said, what have you got to illustrate that point? And he played me Craig Mack's Flav It in Your Ear, and he played me the then unknown artist that he felt and believed so strongly. He played me 4 or 5 cuts from Notorious B.I.G. This convinced Clive, and he told Diddy that his point was made. I said, okay, you proved your point. That's when I introduced him to the weekly, what we called singles meetings. I introduced him to an executive there as someone who would help lead us to the street and share in the forthcoming hip-hop revolution. Despite Clive's repeated portrayals of their meeting as the simple and innocent event that launched Diddy's rise to fame and fortune, the reality is quite different. Clive was actually using this as a cover to have sex with men, and he didn't only have it off with Diddy.
There are a lot of stories, not rumors, stories going around about Clive Davis allegedly sleeping with men, that he was allegedly having rent boys, that a lot of the artists that didn't make it all the way to like a showcase or
Clive's track record shows that he invests in young musicians by guaranteeing them success.
actually signing a deal that he had sexual activity with these people before either dropping them or never signing them in the first place, more so using them for sexual.
Diddy appears to have avoided being cast aside after his relationship with Clive, since Clive assisted him in launching Bad Boy Records and provided financial assistance for the label for years. Clive has been more forthcoming about his sexual orientation than Diddy has, but he has been seen doing things that are consistent with a homosexual orientation, so that may be what he is. And soon enough, history repeated itself when Diddy apparently became Usher's mentor when he was just 10 years old, just as Clive had been for him. Usher moved in with Diddy when he was 14 years old under the guise of being a naive mentee. In any case, we now have evidence that Diddy admitted his relationship status with Usher by accident.
Day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like just
No matter how hard he tried to hide his mistake, the damage had already been done. Many inferences and speculations were used to capture the moment. Despite Usher's refusal to reveal any juicy details about the interior, the audience continued to speculate. I take it you thought the music star's lousy behavior ended there. However, not just yet. Diddy was also charged with pressuring Christopher Williams to engage in sexual misconduct. Ex-bodyguard Gene Deal has brought to light Diddy's sexual deviance. He claims in his lawsuit that he has seen Diddy engaging in homosexual activity firsthand.
Took like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs.
Gene confirmed that Diddy cheated on Kim Porter with anybody he wanted while they were married, and this was after Kim's death.
He was with every chick, every dude, whoever he wanted to be with, when Kim was alive, praying with them, doing whatever he had to do to be with them.
Diddy has not been bashful about pursuing other male musicians, including other rappers. Even 50 Cent turned him down when he tried to hook up with him once.
At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Everybody see, don't make like it's just me, man. Why if you do some like a little fluffy stuff?
Now, 50 Cent instantly concluded that Diddy's offer to take him shopping was code for something more nefarious than window shopping. It would appear that Diddy has a strong sexual preference for black men. He makes no effort to conceal his romantic interest at social gatherings. During one of his interviews, he seemed pretty at ease calling the host daddy in a rather provocative tone.
Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
In yet another video, he publicly addresses a black man as daddy while the man is shirtless in a swimming pool.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy.
Diddy isn't just fine with playing the sexy guy in public. He doesn't care if his friends and family find out he's sleeping with the guys. Keith D, a notorious criminal who mixes in the same circles as A-list celebs, allegedly witnessed Diddy acting oddly towards a man at a party.
Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird shit going on, you know what I'm saying?
Fans believe that Diddy owes Clive sexual favors for the benefit of his label and career. Someone on Twitter said Sean Diddy Combs was given his bad boy imprint by Aristus Clive Davis, who is openly gay. What Sean had to do for riches is not uncommon for successful black men in entertainment and politics. All that glitters is not gold. Run your race, let the next man run his. Another added, I also think Clive was a sex freak. Something is not right and he mentored Diddy. We can all see that Diddy has been doing sexual favors for Clive in exchange for financial support for Clive's label for quite some time. But it's evident that he and Clive will continue to lie about it. The hints and evidence, however, are plenty. And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye